Good evening and welcome to the Titans Talk Show. I am as excited as you are on this show. So what are we going to do on this show? Let me share with you. We are going to have real people come and talk to us about real technology which have been embraced by real organizations in real life scenarios. We have one such titan here today who spent several years in the industry, 18 to be precise, and has worked with entertainment, logistics, and now with a very large group as the IT captain. So please welcome me in introducing Ashith.
Thank you, Venki. It's nice to be here with you on this hot seat.
Exciting. So we have Ashith on the hot seat, as he says. However, we'll not make it very hot for him. Ashith, you've been with Masah Capital for a number of years now. So tell us a little bit about what the group does and what's your role in it as a technology leader.
So basically, Masah Capital, we could say this is a parent company. So where we have multiple revenue verticals, corporate advisory, asset management, real estate, and we are there in private equity as well. And Masah, as a key business, we do venture capitalists. We are venture capitalists, and whatever the investments we are bringing in, we do invest in our private equity segments. So if you're asking me about private equity segments, we have healthcare segment, we have education, we have F&B, we have logistics. Now we have entered into energy sector. We are into mezzanine financing, and the group is growing. Year by year, the group is growing.
Excellent. So what's the one thing that gets you out of bed every morning to get to work?
I do pray God to give some peaceful time with the family that day. So most of the time, moving from offices to offices, and I'm spending more time rather than in front of screens. I'm spending more time in the car.
How has Masah really embraced technology in your opinion? And let me paraphrase that question. Have you been front runners? Have you been early adapters in some areas that you can see?
Yeah, definitely. See, this is my third year with Masah. So initial stages, I was focusing more onto the setting up the basic infrastructure and the security perspective. We had some bad experiences before, so to cover that, I was focusing more onto the security side. But yes, if you're asking me, 2017, 2018, we are pretty good in terms of digital transformations. So if you're asking me, cloud services, we have moved a lot of our infrastructure towards cloud. We are looking at the opportunities how we can utilize blockchains into capital markets and AI. So these areas we are focusing on, and we are adapting the new technology or digital transformation trend pretty very well.
So that's interesting. You brought up a couple of good points. Everybody's talking about cloud. Everybody's talking about Internet of Things. Everybody's talking about artificial intelligence. How do you, as a titan or really as a technology leader, differentiate all the hula hoo versus the real thing that needs to go on?
See, even if you're taking a cloud migrations, I am the person migrated the entire infrastructure onto cloud in the Dubai. The complete segments that we have migrated all the infrastructure to IBM Cloud actually, IBM Cloud platform. But now I'm realizing that the amount of money I'm spending on cloud is too high. So we are rethinking to have our own private cloud data center. Why can't we see? Even I'm in a transformation phase of converting IT from a cost center to profit center. So I was just the key area I was focusing is why can't we have our own private cloud data center? That's the area I'm focusing on now. And on top of that, other digital transformation areas like bringing blockchain, bringing artificial intelligence, and even I'm just putting a team of digital innovations in my back office we are planning in India.
And that's interesting. So Ashith, dear friends, is somebody who actually spent a lot of time on stage than off stage last year. He was busy receiving awards, all kinds of awards. So you name an award and Ashith has received it, which is why we have him here as a titan. So what is the one technology that you got hooked onto when you grew up, Ashith?
I should say it started with cloud technology, cloud migrations. From cloud migrations, that gave me the confidence to move to the other digital transformation areas and kind of how we can bring innovations into the industry basically. Definitely I started with cloud, then moved on to digital transformation platforms, different styles of technologies.
So from a business perspective, and let's switch gears from technology to business. From a business perspective, what's the procedure, or what is the process, or what is the mindset do you think organizations should really have in this age and time?
see, initially business was, it's not IT was running the business. Now even I should not say that IT is running the business now, or IT is driving the business, but it's a co-responsibility now. Business and IT work together, shake hands together to bring the new technologies. Because if we are not adopted with the new technologies and trends, you will not be able to be the leaders or pioneers in the industry. So business should understand the importance or significance of this technology trends, and should be ready to cope up with the technological trends. That's what my suggestion is.
You have kids.
I do.
And
yeah.
how's your what's the age of
He
your elder?
is in grade 1. He's 6 years now.
He's 6.
Yeah.
So 6. Has there been a time when he's come and told you, Dad, this is not the way to do it. Do it like this. And has he embarrassed you?
I could have shown you some pictures actually in my social media what I was posting. In the 3rd month, the way he was looking at the laptop screen and putting his fingers on top of it, it's like kind of very professional. I've taken a shot and kept it in my.
So this is very interesting.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. And I've been talking to school kids. I've been talking to young executives over the last so many years, and typically the rate at which the kids are adopting technology today is phenomenal. I don't believe I could ever have done something like that. So clearly we are living in a very smart generation and surrounded by smart people.
True.
You've spent 18 years in the industry now.
True.
What do you feel has been your Eureka moment?
I think last year when I was, I had a couple of meetings with HP, Aruba and other guys. So last year they've invited me to Paris to attend their atmosphere function. The key reason is I was presenting them a user case. They were launching a particular product called Bluetooth beacons in the industry. So I was asking them whether this Bluetooth beacons can replace the RFIDs in the schools. So I was presenting them a user case like one Bluetooth beacons will be a single point of solution for tracking the students, tracking their attendance, tracking the buses, and tracking their assets. And the same Bluetooth beacon can be used as an e-wallet in the schools, school pantries and school stores. So, I think this is one of the key innovative approach I've taken last year. Right? So I should say this is one of the Eureka moments.
Very nice. That's really good. And do you see that staying in as things progress? Would you see that?
Yeah, we are in discussion with HP, and this time also I'm just
nice.
participating in the atmosphere which is happening in Bangkok in September. So let's see. Even we had some informal talks going on to have an HP Academy in one of our schools division.
Very nice. So would you be willing to talk to some of the youngsters out there if they want more information about this? Can they approach you and can you talk to it?
Definitely.
Awesome.
I would like to be a mentor, and I would like to guide them if someone is interested to adopt this kind of technology.
Yeah. So that's good news for you aspiring CIOs out there. If you not pick up a pen and pad and start making notes, because you want to probably reach out to some of the titans here and ask them why they have done what they've done. What makes you a good CIO or a tech captain, as I call them?
See, for me, it is not more technology rather than the team's trust. So I do value relationships, and wherever I'm joining, the first thing I do is to gain trust from my team members. So trust from the team members plays a major role. So it is not as a CIO or a captain who's running the show, right? The show is run by the teammates always. So you have to be with them. You should have trust with them, and you should be with them in their difficult times. So it's more of personal friend, I would say, rather than technology. Technology anyone can suggest. It's available in the market.
Very interesting.
So
very interesting.
Keep the personal relationship. That's my advice to any of the senior leaders, and gain trust from your team members. You can be awesome.
Very nice. How would you describe the current state of the technology industry? In a few words, how would you?
See, I was writing a few days back on social media. The technology is controlling the world. Even a few years back, we were saying that yes, whatever it is, man is designing the technology. Human is designing the technology, and technology can't control the person, right? But I'm really a bit afraid the way the technology is growing. Maybe in future, machines will be controlling humans, and I'm seeing something like later, a lot of people will be jobless, and any kind of wrong practices like robberies and any other kind of malpractices can happen. the world, and shops will be closed, and everything is reaching to you at your home. So I'm foreseeing like technology may ruin the humankind or humanity. That's what my worry. Being a CIO, I should not tell this, but I mean there is a human.
So do you think, and which brings me back to the another very interesting point, do you think organizations must spend a lot of dollars on information security?
Yes, I mean that's a way. See, the cyber crime is also increasing. I mean, even the I should say this way: the doctors are becoming the. I mean, in the technology industry, what is happening is like the doctors or the pharma manufacturers or medicine manufacturers are becoming the threats for the industry as well. That's the trend is going on. So I should say, I mean, we have to be on top of the cyber security.
How do you keep yourself, and we've all been in technology, and there is so much, so as we are speaking, there is probably some 20-year-old setting up a startup industry and innovating something and coming to the market. How do people like you, and you guys lead busy lives, we all lead busy lives, how do you stay abreast of the latest technologies?
See,
and what are some of the methods you use? It will be interesting for you to share.
I mean, for me, if you're asking me, I mean, rather than digital transformations or technological transformations, I should say technological innovations is much better than this approach, because it is not always good to go behind the technology or try to bring something which is there latest in the market. Instead of that, if you can utilize something with what is already there with you and in an innovative way, how you can utilize this, that matters for me, rather than going beyond the technologies or behind the technologies. So I mean, see, getting information is very easy now. Like it's not like not only through the printed media. Now it's everything is available everywhere. Even now with the online reputation and the online marketing trends, everything is available. Even if you don't want to, you're forced to read it. Kind of that's the generation we are now. So the technology, what is happening in the technology, and which is easy for us to understand. But on top of that, the decision is, I mean, you have to take the decision whether you want to go with the technology or go, I mean, on top of the technology. This is your decision. I would suggest go for technological innovation rather than technological transformation.
Very interesting. Yeah. So which brings me to my next question, and it looks like you've been reading my cards. So digital transformation, what's your take on it? Everybody's talking about it. It's all over the place. There are enough books on it, and I've read some very good books on them. What's your take on it?
See, everyone is talking about digital transformation, and I think, as per my experience, it started with cloud migrations. Then slowly blockchain, artificial intelligence, and other things, and people are talking a lot, and the media is publishing a lot. But I really doubt whether this digital transformation, what these people are talking, whether it is matured enough to reach that level. I'm still not really. Yeah, I'm still not convinced the maturity of this digital transformation and things are going. Yes, it takes. I mean, for me, it is sure that it takes another 10 years to reach that maturity level and to have some frameworks on how to utilize this digital transformation techniques.
What has been a very stressful moment for you in the last 6 months to a year related to a project?
See, always the technological gaps, whatever is coming, I should say that I could cover that gap always. But sometimes the expectations of your team members, if that is not meeting, you will be very stressful. And I should say my cloud transformation project went very much delayed, especially for the education sector. So because of, I don't want to name the person, but on the other side, the project was not executed very well as per the instructions given to them. So that made me a little really stressful, and we made a lot of additional payments also.
And thank you for sharing that, Ashith. So, I always say the mark of a leader is not measured by his success alone, but by the failures that he embraces and moves on. So, Ashith, thank you very much. If you were asked to choose one technology, given the 50,000 odd technologies that are, if you were to ask and said, choose one technology, what would that be? And it doesn't have to be related to work, just one technology in general.
Is it a question to you? Is it personal or professional?
You choose, doesn't matter.
Okay. So recently, I'm very much impressed with three techie guys, youngsters, young chaps came from Kerala, and they met me in my office to understand the way forward. So the work they have done with the augmented reality, that made me really impressed. Okay, they have shown me something the chemical reactions in a virtual reality platform. So which was like really impressive. And if we are bringing this technology in the school academics, which will give them kind of the students will be they'll be feeling that they are executing this, they are doing the chemical reactions in the laboratory, and they'll be seeing the physical
Nice.
kind of they'll be having that feeling, and which will not go from their mind. So it is easy for them to.
And it's interesting you say that. So I've been talking to a technology augmented reality company. They're based out of Australia.
Okay.
And I know the founder. His name is Vivek. It's interesting. Some of the stuff they've done. They now have set up an incubation center with IIT Madras.
Okay.
And they're doing some very good work. Maybe offline, I'll get you to hook up with them.
Okay.
Some of the work they've done on augmented reality is phenomenal. So I remember the first time I saw augmented reality at play and people going crazy over it was the Pokemon.
True.
Stuff that people, including my own spouse, was all over the place looking for Pikachus and all of that and stumbling over people. So it's interesting, and I'm glad you say that. What would you think is the one success trait or one success factor that a technology leader needs to have, in your opinion? And there could be different ones, but just one.
You should be passionate.
Can you elaborate more on it?
Yeah, if you're doing something with passion, you will definitely success. But if you're doing it forcefully, or if you're doing it based on the instructions or based on some external force or any other external pressure, so it's not always be a success project. So if you're passionate on the technology, yes, definitely you'll reach.
What would you say is the main goal of IT from a business point of view? If you were CEO to ask you, what can you guys do for me? What would you say should be the main goal?
See, always I do tell my people, as I told you before also, IT is a service enabler, or you need to provide an answer. See, IT success is like, without any kind of interruption, if you can run the day-to-day business, that is a success for IT. So enhancing service is second, but the continuation of work or business continuity is more critical. So if you can give 100%, and if you can make sure that your company is not, or their work is not interrupted because of IT for the whole fiscal year, then you are basically success.
One of the all of us, we read books, and one of the authors I really admire is Douglas Adams. He had said, we are really stuck with technology when all we want is something that works. What's your take on this?
That's what, again, I have to insist on, don't go for digital transformation, go for digital innovations or technological innovations. So which will help you. Instead of getting confused, yes, even I do confuse whenever I'm looking for some solutions and different vendors are coming with the different capabilities. So I do get confused. But as a senior member or senior leader of the division, you should have the clear understanding what you need from the technology. If you understand your need, and if you can map it into if your business requirement, if you can map it into proper technical terms, yes, you can succeed. That's it.
Why do you think, we all read about a lot of success, but what we really, and I haven't seen the industry do too much of it. We don't talk about failures, we don't write about failures, and I think we must. Why do you think a lot of IT projects fail, in your opinion?
Very simple. Mapping of business requirement into technical terms is not done properly.
So we all know that. Why do we still then get into these failure modes? And it's okay, but I'm just wondering if it's because we see that happening even today. We see
people are not learning from the failures. People are going behind the success. If you're seeing someone's success, you want to implement this over here, but you never know that. Before that success of the other person, how many attempts he had made to reach there, that no one is looking into it. Right?
Technology an art or a science?
You can change technology to an art.
So you think
if you're really passionate.
So you think it's a science?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But you should be passionate. If you're not passionate, it will be science. And as a school kid, science and maths may be difficult, because being a student at that time, science and maths was very tough subjects for me. So
have you had to rewind some of the stuff you have done on a technology front? Have you gone in and spent some money on rolled out something and said, no, this is not the way we should do it? I think we should rewind, roll back.
I would tell you some experience when I joined with Masah.
Please.
So it is nothing, but it added a lot of values. Okay. When I joined Masah had some bad experience with people. Okay. They were providing everyone laptops. Okay. The day I joined, I met the CEO. He said, Ashith, I'm giving you a project. The company provided me a brand new laptop. Okay. And the CEO was asking me in the evening meeting, Ashith, I'm assigning you a project. Replace all the laptops with desktops. Okay, from the corporate office.
And so this was in the year?
2016.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So it is kind of 200 laptops I have to replace from the corporate office. And if you're replacing, it's the similar cost again.
Right.
I said, boss, what is the reason? He said, this things are happening. Again, it took a day for me. I was just going through the market and I found laptop locks available. Okay. So what I've done is, this is really interesting. It's a physical laptop lock. One side the traditional big lock, and the other side it's a notch kind of you can attach to the laptop. With the number lock, which was costing me 35 dirhams altogether. Okay. Then the next day I went to him. 2 days later I went to him. I have a way. Instead of spending this much money, why can't we do this? So if you're coming to my office now, all the laptops are locked and tied to the workstation stands. So no one can take the laptop. Okay. And this is giving the flexibility for the users. If they want to take it with a proper approval, they can take it to meetings, or if they are away from office also. So this is one of the, very basic thing. It's not nothing technical. Nothing technical. But on the other side.
So that's nice. Yeah.
It was just lock, and IT is keeping the lock code of individual people. And whenever requests are coming, we do unlock, and they can take it to meeting room, and we have a track of it as well.
So people are happy.
People are happy with this. Yeah,
really?
Definitely.
How many people came and shouted at you saying?
Which happens. So, but at that point of time, we will say that, see, just imagine we have provided only the desktops. Okay, you can't take it home. You can't take it to meeting rooms. All meeting rooms are equipped with another laptop for you. So why are you shouting at us? See, and I'm a kind of person. I never say no to people unless I have an alternative for this. Excellent. So this is another point I do tell my team always. Don't say no unless you have an alternative solution for them.
Excellent. So before we close, Ashith, what's the one thing you would like to tell aspiring CIOs or young, not so young people who are actually wanting to get into your shoes someday? What is the one advice you would give them?
See, if you are entering up any industry, either it's a technology or F&B or food industry or whatever, hotel management, choose your industry based on your passion. Okay, that is one. If you're passionate in technology or the IT world, come. This is the world. This is the world for you, and this is the area you can shine or whatever. You can achieve all your whatever you want. But on the other side, you should be passionate. Second one, keep a bit of flavor on innovation side, because industry is changing every day. So keep some innovative mentality, and to reach the higher levels, like don't stick on to the, this is advice for me. I do give to my brother and I do give to the society also. If you are into industry, if you are into technical industry, don't stop your skills into the technical developments. Okay, develop some skills into the management side as well, and that will help you to grow in the industry. Because similar cases happened with my brother also. I should tell here, because he was basically a 100% technocrat.
Okay.
He never tried to come out of that particular boundary, and he's still into that technical area where your growing opportunities may be limited, or the growth of the technology or the innovations or transformations will limit you to stay there itself.
Right.
Either you focus more onto the latest technologies, or come out of the technology and focus more onto the management side, which will help you to grow your career.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's been a very exciting talk with Ashith, and have a lovely evening and enjoy yourself. Ashith, thank you very much for coming.